Hi everyone. I did a video around the fact that it's vital to create solid compensation structures for your team in China, whether it's for your mainland Chinese employees or whether it's for the foreigners that you're planning to second to China or hire locally in China. It's really important to get these compensations up and running. Specifically to foreigners, it is vital to know what the local regulations are in relation to social insurances, housing fund, and any form of income tax deductibles. Now, currently, if you're looking to relocate somebody or hire a foreigner in Shanghai, it's important to note that although previously social insurance and housing fund was voluntary, this memo has now passed since August 2021. And although the tax bureaus are not strict on enforcing that foreigners pay social insurances and housing funds now, it's important to create simulations to know what would be the cost to the employee, what would be the cost to the employer in relation to adding this into the compensation package. It's also important to have words with your tax officer to know when this might be implemented, when you might have to bring this into effect. In relation to income tax deductibles, again, there will be changes in January 1st, 2022, where 3 tax deductibles will no longer be permissible. One is housing rent, the second is the educational costs for children, and the third is training costs, whether language training or other forms of training that the companies are providing to the employees. Now, those 3 items will no longer be considered tax deductibles. Whilst creating simulations, it's fair to say that the employees will lose out, the foreign employees will lose out by between 5 to 30% of their net salary. And the big question is, for those that are already there and are planning on staying there, who will cover that cost, if anybody, right? Will the employers consider to take over those costs and hence increase salaries of the individuals? Or will it be at the cost now of foreign employees to say, okay, my salary is going to be going down by between 5 to 30%? This makes a lot of foreigners question whether it's viable to stay in country, whether it makes sense to continue working there, and these conversations have to happen. For any new foreigners that are planning to go into the Chinese market, again, the HR departments need to analyze, according to the new regulations that are coming out Jan 1, 2022, how to design and formulate their compensation packages, again, to fit their needs, to fit their expectations that they will have in China. Designing compensation packages and involving the ideas around income tax deductibles, social insurances, housing fund is critical. And in many instances, it's a mistake that companies make because they don't realize that social insurances and housing funds vary from city to city based on the standard of livings. And then the question around the whole income tax deductibles is very different from mainland Chinese to foreigners as well. So you need to take that into account. The HR world in China is complex, and getting expert advice on what you can and cannot design in your compensation packages is vital. Again, you don't want staff turnover because your goal is to scale up in the Chinese market. So you've got to make sure that you're hitting expectations, that you're motivating and incentivizing your team to make sure that the vision you've created or the vision you want to create for your China business becomes a reality. I hope this video has helped, and if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I look forward to speaking with you. Take care and goodbye.